Most women believe that to be heard, they must be louder. They raise their voices, argue harder, fight for attention. But here is the paradox. True power does not come from volume. The women who command the most respect are often the quietest. They outsmart without outshouting. They win, not by noise, but by strategy. Think of this truth. When everyone is shouting, the one who whispers makes people lean in. When everyone is desperate to be heard, the woman who waits, who calculates, who speaks last, she owns the room. Outsmarting means turning intelligence into influence without wasting energy in arguments you don't need to fight. History proves this again and again. Elizabeth I, surrounded by male advisors who shouted over one another, sat silently, listening, letting them exhaust themselves. Then, with a single sentence, she redirected the entire council. She understood what many women still forget. Noise is cheap. Strategy is priceless. So how do you outsmart without outshouting? Let's strip it down. Step 1. Use silence as a weapon. Most women rush to fill gaps in conversation, fearing that silence makes them weak. But silence is power. It forces others to reveal themselves. It makes men uncomfortable. The one who can sit in silence longest controls the exchange. Outsmarting often means saying less and letting the other person destroy themselves with their own words. Step 2. Speak in absolutes. When you do speak, speak decisively. No over-explaining, no apologizing. I don't do that. That doesn't work for me. These short, absolute statements carry more weight than 1,000 justifications. Men do not respect explanations. They respect boundaries. Step 3. Ask questions instead of shouting answers. The woman who asks sharp questions often looks smarter than the one who argues endlessly. Questions expose weakness, shift focus, and force men to reveal insecurity. Outsmarting is not about proving yourself. It is about making him prove himself. Now here's the cliffhanger. The secret to quiet power is restraint. The more you hold back, the more men lean forward. The more disciplined your reactions, the more chaotic theirs become. You don't need to raise your voice when you can raise your standards. Let's add contrast. Imagine two women in an argument. The first yells, cries, throws accusations. The second sits still, lets him speak, and when he is finished, replies with one calm line that cuts through all of it. Which woman holds power? The second, because calmness unsettles more than chaos ever could. History gives us another example. In Versailles, courtesans learned never to scream for attention. They used poise, wit, and silence to manipulate entire courts. The loudest woman was forgotten. The quiet strategist was remembered. That is your blueprint. Let's go deeper into tactics. Tactic 1. Control your reactions. When you react emotionally, you give power away. Outsmarting requires self-control. If he insults you, go silent. If he provokes you, withdraw. Nothing unsettles a man more than a woman who refuses to play his game. The less you react, the more he questions himself. Tactic 2. Create contrast in tone. When everyone else is heated, stay calm. Calmness makes people appear irrational. Your composure becomes proof of superiority. Outsmarting is not about being right. It is about looking untouchable. Tactic 3. Master timing. Do not rush to speak. Wait. Let others show their hand. Then, when the moment is right, drop one precise line that shifts the entire conversation. Timing matters more than volume. The right words, delivered at the right time, cut deeper than shouting ever could. Tactic 4. Detach from outcome. If you need to win, you lose. The powerful woman does not chase validation. She does not scream for recognition. She already knows her worth. And because she does not need to win every argument, she wins the war. Outsmarting is long game, not short battle. Practical examples. When texting, do not answer instantly. Delay creates power. When he provokes, reply briefly. Noted. Then withdraw. In conversations, cut filler words. Speak only what matters. If he grows loud, lower your voice. Force him to quiet down to hear you. Another layer. Men are trained to fight loudly. They expect confrontation. What they cannot defeat is stillness. They cannot argue with silence. They cannot overpower poise. Outsmarting means breaking his rhythm, refusing to fight on his terms, and forcing him to fight on yours. And here is the final escalation. Outsmarting without outshouting is about aura. When you carry yourself as untouchable, your silence feels heavy, your words feel final, your boundaries feel unbreakable. Men sense it. They may argue with other women. They will not argue with you. So the punchline is this. The ordinary woman shouts to be heard. The dangerous woman whispers and is obeyed, because volume wins attention, but silence wins power.